All right. So, what's your favorite color?
You know, this one's kind of weird. I kind of like khaki, like a tan. You know.
Like a beige?
Yeah. 'Cause it goes with everything.
That why is your favorite?
I mean, the color of wood is generally in that range of color. So there's a wide spectrum of tans that I like. Yeah.
So, from like dark tan to light tan, or?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. It reminds me of when I asked Julian that question. It's like, I like this particular shade of color that you see on this wood.
Yeah.
So, like, most of his answers had to do with the wood, though. He's a very wood-minded guy.
It's like, what color brown do you call this?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite movie?
Movie?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, it kind of depends on like what.
You can do a top 5.
Yeah. Funny movie that I love Jim Carrey movies. Always like the Shawshank Redemption. Big Lebowski. I don't know, stuff like that. Nothing too off the nothing too random.
All right. Why do you like Jim Carrey so much?
Because he's able to like really manipulate his sounds and mouth and face like so well. Like he can play so many characters. But he's also an interesting person. He's very smart and like picks the roles that are right for him. Just grew up watching him.
Do you have a favorite Jim Carrey movie?
Dumb and Dumber is probably the one I quote the most, and I wanted to go into film work in high school, and I had to do 4 short movies for a class,
right?
And one of them I had to create my own story, and I used a lot of Dumb and Dumber quotes from it, just kind of funny it up a little bit.
Good. All right. Do you have a favorite visual artist?
Gosh. I mean, I like Alexander Calder because he kind of brought motion to a lot of color and motion and really put them together. Chile. God, I knew you were going to ask me this question. I want to say his name is Flint. I think he's French. But, I know it's not Flavin. That's the only other one that comes to my head right now.
Was it like the similar?
It's just a painter. Yeah,
okay.
French painter.
About when was he alive? Do you know? Or what kind of paintings did he do?
He was like, I think it was kind of like right before pop art.
All right.
Like the 50s, 40s, 50s. He was a French guy. He did like really interesting hands in most of his paintings.
All right. You said you wanted to go into film in high school. What made you want to do that?
Well, I always thought I took really good pictures. I always thought I could find the best picture within the frame. So I thought I could do that, with motion and film.
Yeah.
And it's funny is like all the filming I did of just friends and stuff. It always seemed like I would cut the camera off a little bit too early. Like something funnier would always happen right after I would turn the camera off. But in college, you would have to take all these other courses before you ever touch a camera. So I never went that route. I just went studio art instead. Because some of those classes I just really didn't want to take, just like black and white photography. Well, black and white photography I had to take, but you had to take this portraits class, and I just didn't really see a lot of fun in just taking portrait pictures of people. But studio art was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed even the classes I had no experience in, I really got a kick out of them.
You went to U of H?
I went to TCU, Fort Worth.
All right. Huh. So when you say studio art, is this like studio art at all, or did you like have a practice?
I did ceramics primarily, and I did that in high school as well.
Right.
So, yeah, I kind of took a few in college, and it was like, nothing else is really piquing my interest. Maybe I can get a career in this. So I went for it. After college, I was like, I just kind of want to round all my skills as an artist. Pick up a new tool, learn it. Grab something else and learn that, because that's kind of how you can incorporate multiple mediums into your art. The best. So,
yeah, I get what you're saying. Do you have a favorite book?
No.
No. If you go on vacation anywhere, where would you go?
I probably want to check out like Fiji and Australia. Since they're so close together, you kind of need to do both if you're going to go that far.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one of the two, I'd probably pick Fiji, because there's some like really interesting wildlife there.
Oh, yeah.
Some very peculiar animals and vegetation and stuff.
Do you like animals?
I do. I did quite a bit of outdoor exploring as a kid, and in the summertime I'd go on these camping trips and stuff a lot. So I spend a lot of time in the woods even today.
What's your favorite animal?
To eat or to watch or to...
What's your favorite animal?
Favorite animal? Gosh, I love dogs to death, but besides domesticated animals, I'd probably say deer.
Deer?
Yeah.
Why?
I have dreams about them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're like the life source of a lot of this nation. People grew up eating deer, and I hunt deer every year, and when you're out there looking at them all the time, you have dreams about them.
Yeah.
So, they just, half the time I'm just out there looking at them,
Yeah.
You don't always see the old deer that needs to go. You see a lot of young ones and immature deer and stuff. So.
Do you like to go hunting?
Yeah, I hunt a lot.
You hunt a lot?
Yeah.
Do you fish too?
I really don't. I did it as a kid. That's all I used to do as a kid. Maybe I just kind of switched gears as an adult, but I get tangled up too much fishing.
Right on. What is your greatest fear?
I guess like dying and having to watch your whole life over again on like a video screen.
Why is that your greatest fear?
I think it'd just be like, oh, I know what is about to happen. I'm gonna hate this part.
So reliving your life is your greatest fear?
I mean, not really my greatest fear, but like you get to see all the things you did wrong again.
So reliving past regrets and that sort of thing is your greatest fear?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's interesting. So is that what you think happens after you die?
It might be hell for some people.
For some people.
But I don't know. I don't fear a whole lot. I mean, I don't fear dying.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Alright.
I guess I fear like the little insecurities that I have about this stupid shit and like where that came from and like how to end those things and sever those unnecessary fears. It's like the unnecessary fears is what I fear getting bigger or stronger or something.
So you fear letting the little shit get to you?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
little
alright.
shit gets to everybody all the time,
Yeah.
but it's like, how do you not let that manifest into something more?
Alright. What's your favorite drug?
Ooh, does this go on the audio tape?
You're going to audio tape.
Gosh, life?
Favorite drug is life?
I mean, yeah, of course. I like hallucinogens.
Alright.
How about that? That's a pretty good answer.
Yeah, no, people give all kinds of
I don't
answers.
take them very often, but sometimes you just kind of need your slate wiped clean.
Yeah, totally. Alright. That's a good answer. What's your greatest childhood memory?
Oh boy. Gosh. Probably just any Christmas, just unwrapping a bunch of presents and playing for hours and hours. I remember there was one year that it snowed real good, and we took the pool floats and were able to like run and jump and slide like all the way down the driveway because I guess it like iced over, That was really fun year.
Alright. Which parent do you relate to the most?
It's kind of hard to say. Like, I felt like growing up, I would like interact and do like more sports and stuff with my mom actually than my dad. But getting older, my dad was a big gardener and loves to read, and he's an architect, so like construction has always interested me. So I kind of feel like I'm becoming more and more like him. So kind of both. I've kind of gone from one to the other, I guess.
So as a kid, as your mom, but as you growing up, you got to be more like your dad?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright.
My mom likes to hunt and stuff, so I grew up doing that.
Alright. Do you have any hobbies?
Oh yeah. I guess sports. I like soccer and frisbee, and I like to play washers.
Alright.
It's like my game. I 100 washers. I like to bicycle, go to the beach, stuff like that. I like to do art a little bit still, but not as much as I hoped hoped I would have a career at this point, but
Yeah. Yeah, it happens.
I think most artists, if they stick with it long enough, it kind of happens on accident at one point,
Yeah, definitely. You have to want it to happen, of course, but you're making art constantly. Eventually, it gets noticed. Someone likes it. If you could build the house of your dreams, you can hang this painting anywhere in that house you wanted to. Where would you hang it?
Probably somewhere like, I don't know. I always want a lot of light, so maybe like somewhere where the light comes in. Like
Natural light.
there's like maybe a skylight or something, maybe on out like almost like a little rowing patio or something,
Like a sunroom.
Yeah, sunroom.
All right. Interesting. About how big would you want the painting?
This big.
Just for the record, it's probably about 2 foot by 4 foot.
I didn't say square. I just said this big.
All right, let's say about there's a 4 foot dimension in there somewhere. Up to 6 feet. All right. Do you have any favorite plants?
Ooh. Wow. That's a good one. I really like Nepales.
Nepales?
Like the edible cactus. There's some right here. You can literally like throw it down in the concrete and like just throw at it,
Mm-hmm.
If one or two pebbles are nearby, I'll just latch onto those.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a very underrated plant because you can plant it probably any desert and it probably grow.
Mm-hmm.
But it's edible,
Mm-hmm.
and people just see cactus and think it's invasive, but it's a very wonderful plant for low water climates.
Oh yeah.
Everywhere is about to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a lot of plants. Marijuana, it's a good one.
It grows in low water climates too.
It does. It's beautiful t-shirts.
If you could live anywhere, where would you live?
On the coast.
Which coast?
Probably Texas.
Texas coast?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think that majority of the year I would like the climate down there. And in the winter, it'd be fun to travel. Or, we have a lot of land already on the coast, so I spend a lot of time down there already. So I kind of feel like I partly live here, but my heart lives down there.
Right on. All right. I think. Do you have anything else you want to say?
I just don't see myself straying very far from from here.
Alright. And that's then settle down.
Oh yeah.
Built a home. Well, that's good. Well, I think that will work. Yeah, man, no problem.